Now in this section, we will see some of the best practices to hire and work with the freelancers. So when we post a job on these freelancing websites, our goal is to hire a best candidate with the most affordable price and also without spending too much of time. Okay, so and the goal for these applicants is to apply for suitable jobs and get the job. Okay, that's what their goal. So to help for mutual purpose, when you post a job, try to give as many details as possible. Okay, and define the ideal candidate whom you are looking for, and try to list out the specific skill set. So let me give you a couple of examples. Let's say if I'm looking for a PHP programmer, rather than just saying, okay, I'm looking for a PHP programmer and apply for this job, I'll try to be a little more descriptive, saying that I'm looking for a PHP programmer with a very good experience in Zend framework and also working experience in e-commerce websites. If you have these skills, then apply for this job. Okay. Or if let's say if I'm looking for a writer, rather than saying a job post like I'm looking for a writer, I'll try to be a little more descriptive than that. I'm looking for a writer with experience in posting blogs, creating a blogs in these technical areas like A and B and C. If you have the same skill set, apply for this job. Okay. Another practice which helps in getting right candidates applications is asking specific questions in your post. For example, if I'm looking for an e-commerce PHP Zen framework programmer, I can say, okay, number one, list out your past experiences in this. Number two, what component did you use to build e-commerce websites? And then when I see the applicant's responses, I can look for answers for these questions. Then it helps not only shortlisting but also to find the right candidate based on their answers. Another reason why we are posting these questions is the way some of the agencies work is they hire one or two people. All their job is to apply as many jobs as possible. They don't even look at the job description. If they see, okay, they're looking for PHP programmer, they will apply for the job with copy paste kind of description saying that we are so and so, we are very good in this so and we are most suitable for this job, please select us. Well, that doesn't help because they didn't understand what you are asking for and they're not even answering your questions. So you can easily filter those kind of things by asking specific questions. And another thing is obviously ask for their sample of work or their past experiences, referencing work, so you can see whether they are suitable or not. Okay, and another very important thing is specify the budget or hours, which because some agencies, let's say they don't even look at job postings which is giving less than 20 hours per week, or some full projects they don't even bid for project which is less than $5,000 total budget. So think about it from that angle, and what you want, try to be closer to what you can afford in terms of budget and hours. Okay, so let's see the next step here is, so let's say once you have these applications, obviously the good thing with this freelancing websites is after posting a job within 1 hour, you would be seeing 10-20 applications. No matter it is a midnight or it is a daytime, you will see a lot of applications. So what I would recommend is give it a 24 hours because of the time differences between different locations. So you can get all kind of applications within 24 hours. Okay, and then the way you can shortlist these applicants is number one is obviously you're looking for a cheaper amount, so look for their hourly rate, or if you're posting a fixed amount price, look for what they are bidding the amount price. Okay, and remember, amount is just only one factor, but it is not the main factor for you to shortlist. Okay, so the primary factor, what I would recommend is look for their experience in those freelancing websites. Like in Wordesk, it shows their rating, number of hours they worked, number of jobs they worked. Same thing with Elance also. Eland shows the levels of some kind of expertise, how much they worked on Elance, and their rating and everything. So try to narrow the people and select based on the experience and the feedback and reviews. Okay, and then comes to the what did they respond to your job post? Did they respond to your specific questions? Do they seem to have a right experience what you're asking for? Okay, so consider all these factors and then go with your gut feeling, because to shortlist you don't have to spend hours and hours of time. Try to pick the top people with these categories, and that can get you to the next step. One thing you have to remember is when you post a fixed amount project, the bids what you expect, the amount is not may not be the right amount, because when you post a job, let's say you're building an e-commerce website, you will say, okay, I'm building an e-commerce website, so apply for this job. And some people may ask for $2,000, some people may ask for $5,000, because uh, I think if they are asking for a specific price, definitely that is not right, because you did not provide any more requirements. But at least you can get attention on them, and then you can take to the next step of interviewing and discussing the scope of the project. So, what you need to remember is in the fixed price projects, don't just go based on how much they bid for your project. Try to shortlist based on other factors. Once you shortlist, let's say 5 people or 4 people, and take them to the next step, which is interviewing process. But the way the interviewing process works is something called a private message board. Okay, so when they apply for your job, they cannot send you messages. So the only way they can send you messages directly is when you start a communication with them. So that is what the private message board. So let's say you like one applicant and you respond to them saying that give me more details for ABC questions. Okay. Now you're opening a communication channel with them, and they can give more details or they can ask more questions about your requirement. Okay. This will be the first step. So you'll start this communication channel, and then you can take them to the next level saying that, okay, I like what you're responding, but let's talk one-on-one over the voice conference. Even they prefer that because they can get more details when you talk to them. So it's mutually beneficial to have a voice conversation depending on the type of project what you have. And during this interview process, ask specific questions. Now we are talking to the shortlisted people, right? So ask related to your needs, ask questions related to their experience, and then um, review how they are communicating. Are you feeling comfortable the way they're responding to the emails, or do you feel comfortable their voice communication skills over the Skype calls? Okay, so think about that, and then review sample works. Okay, and then review their past projects and other references given by the websites as well as their responses. So based on what they're responding to your questions, based on what you see their reference works, you can hire them. But before hiring, you can even negotiate the rate. You don't have to just go with the rate what they applied for. You can ask, saying that I have a limited budget. Can you come down a little bit? So by asking, sometimes you can even get a good benefit out of it. But again, you shouldn't be too greedy, because even though they agree for a less amount, they may not provide quality work because for less amount what they're getting uh, than what they expected. Okay, so before you hire, adjust weekly hours, and adjust negotiated rates if it is hourly job. If it is a fixed price job, redefine the agreed scope of the project and define the milestones and agreed amount. Okay, and then just hire and work. So here I have to tell you one example. So I wanted to hire a freelancer to build links for my website so that I can get good search engine ranking. For that, all I want is someone to work for me for a cheaper price and then take the website name and post in a different places so I can get more link building. Okay, link building is a concept in a search engine optimization. Um, so I posted this job and I sorted based on some other categories. But because I was looking for the cheapest amount, I found one lady from I think Bangladesh. So she was asking for 50 cents per hour. What can go wrong with 50 cents per hour? So I thought so. And then she didn't have much experience also. And this work, what I was talking about, doesn't require super skill set. So I asked her questions like, "Can you do this link building activity for my website?" She said yes. So I hired her. After hiring her, I said, "Okay, so what are your plans? How are you going to do this job?" She's like, "You tell me what you want me to do." Okay. So I said, "I want to build link building for my website. So what are the websites are you going to post?" She's like, "Oh, you give me the list and tell me what you want me to do." So, so basically, the mistake what I did is I hired someone for a lesser price without having even sorry, without a good experience on the Odesk. So, and she wasn't having any clue what to do in terms of link building. But all she did is whatever questions I asked, she was saying like, "Yes, I can do that. Yes, I can do that." But after hiring, she's like, "You tell me what you want me to do." So probably it would have worked if I had given her a screenshots and detailed steps like one, two, three, do this thing for me. But I didn't have that much time to help someone and guide them with the detailed task list. I wanted someone to take the job and do the job and get me the results, right? So I fired her. So that experience basically tells that you have to make a trade-off between the amount what they're asking for and their experience, what you are seeing based on their feedbacks and reviews.